What's up, guys? CavPJ here. I hope you're having a good day. We're back with another video, and before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we almost at 1,000 subs, and I'm gonna be doing something special at 1,000 subs. So subscribe. Anyway, we're gonna be reacting to We Done with the 2020s, and this is by Scap Attack again. Scap Attack, he comes out with the heat that not a lot of people want to hear. So we're gonna be reacting to this. We just reacted to Scap Attack, the last one. So make sure you go watch that. And now we're watching We Done with the 2020s NBA. Let's get it.
Placed on the mentally weak bums, masquerading around as young, elite NBA players in the early 2010s to live up to the established legends who were dominating the NBA at that time. A self-proclaimed king ascended to a fake throne to lead the other losers to the promised land. No, they never would be able to meet those unattainably lofty levels created by the all-time greats that preceded them, but they would do the next best thing. At least it was the next best thing for the corrupt, fake news journalists exploding in their pants while promoting their lies to the ignorant horde of the Gen Z masses.
The NBA media has no idea what they're saying, bro. They be pushing certain agendas. That's what they be doing, bro. That's what the NBA media be doing. It's just like LeBron this, LeBron that, glaze. You know what I'm saying? I respect LeBron, but still, the media be doing too much, bro. They need to chill.
While they were exploding in their pants, scoring was exploding on the court, a result of the systematic assault and eventual destruction of defense and competition that began right around the year of 2013, producing the most disgusting product in the history of professional basketball in the United States of America, the decade of the 2020s. And it has been a decade highlighted by rapid statistical enhancement, with 4-year nightly averages thus far of 113 points per game, which makes it the highest scoring decade since the 1960s. The 60s, a decade with unimaginable individual statistical accomplishments, which today are universally met with ridicule and resentment, while the players of that era have had asterisks slapped on all of their accomplishments, which is exactly the type of treatment the players in today's era should be encountering. A pathetic, pampered group of entitled losers, led of course by the chosen one who started it all, a guy who's bad.
That is true. All these NBA players, they're very entitled. Everything is about them, which is fair. I mean, they are the brand. They play the sport, but still, they don't have any pride in what they do. Most of them don't have any pride in what they do. I mean, you see, look at James Harden, Kyrie, Kawhi. I mean, injuries, but still, like, they're not. It's just like, I don't see it. I don't see the competitiveness.
Is so minuscule. He's sporting a 37% shooting percentage outside of 3 feet from the basket.
Look at that. Hold on, look at this.
He's sporting a 37%.
What's that? Is that how you're gonna be like that when you miss a shot? You're supposedly the king, and you're gonna be like that? That ain't my king, bro.
Shooting percentage outside of 3
feet. No.
From the basket for his now 21-year career and counting. No left hand. The bagless one's go-to move is to lower his head and charge into the basket. A tactic.
The bagless one. Oh, but hold on. If you see, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I banged my head on a cupboard. Now I've got like a Harry Potter scar. I don't know if you can see that, like right there. Do you see that? I've got a Harry Potter scar now. Call me the curry wizard, you know what I'm saying? Shoot out some curry spells. Chicken curry, beef curry, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, well, I got distracted. The bagless one. I'm gonna start calling LeBron the bagless one. That's funny.
which has failed more oftentimes than not when the lights are at their brightest. The undisputed leader of a generation who in his prime as a back-to-back league MVP was soiling in his pants while getting locked up by a 5'11" defender and being outplayed by a 6'2" bench player. And speaking of getting destroyed by a 6'2" player, also featured in this era, the greatest shooter of all time, Steph Curry, who can't even dunk a basketball, yet beat LeBron James head-to-head in 3 NBA Finals in a 4-year span, leaving James to answer just one question as it pertains to the baby-faced assassin.
Tell me how my ass tastes.
And along for the ride on Curry's coattails for the only 2 rings of his entire career, the Slim Reaper Kevin Durant, who has deployed the King Coward's ring-chasing philosophies at every twist.
Durant is a snake no matter what, man. Durant is the biggest snake of all time. I still will never forget what he did in 2016. Blew the 3-1 lead that we had. And then just opts to go to the Warriors. And I hated him ever since. And I still hate him. Screw you, Durant.
And turn of his ill-fated career. All of these star players have given way now to this current product, where nightly regular season games look more like All-Star games did in the 90s and 2000s, while All-Star games today resemble something more similar to a layup line and a shoot-around. We have multiple players damn near eating themselves out of the league, with little game James Harden running point on...
Hold on. Before we get to this part, Durant also will never win a ring without Curry. Mark my words, he will never win a ring without Curry. He should have just stayed on the Warriors for his whole career. He would have won like 6 rings. But nah, he left to try and prove himself, which he should. And he's never going to prove himself, let's be real. Curry saved him.
The all-buffet team, and Zion Williamson getting buckets of KFC, that is. And we know of Harden's penchant for the nightlife, but at least the only thing he's strapped with when he hits the clubs is cash. And speaking of which, as salaries continue to swell to unbelievable levels, these soft, entitled TikTok stars and podcasters can barely be troubled to play 60-something games a year. And now, the undisputed true king of the 2020s, Nikola Jokic, has been so utterly dominant, grown men burst into tears until the fraudulent media jock sniffers hand out pity awards, which was the only thing that stood in his way from a presumptive 4-year league MVP stretch. This icon has eviscerated this pitiful era to this point at such a level that he is currently the all-time leader in NBA history for player efficiency, box plus minus, and...
That is actually crazy to me. How is this man leading in all those categories? He shouldn't be this good. How is he that good? How is this, like, chub monster that good, bro? Like, respect, bro, respect, but, like, it blows my mind how Nikola Jokic is actually that good. He just does a little, like, baby hook, what? And he goes in, cheeky pass, assist, grabs his rebounds, and he walks like some sort of unformed monster jelly. I don't know, but hey, that just shows how soft the NBA is.
And win share per 48 minutes. And yet, at 6'11", he can barely dunk a basketball. At least in the previous eras throughout NBA history, the other all-time greats actually beat their plumbers in the 2020s. The plumbers are dominating the league, with Luka Doncic now posting career averages of 29 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, and 8 assists by just the age of 24, while he has already openly acknowledged how much easier the NBA is now than the Euro League.
It's a complete crap.
We have career layup merchants stat padding their ways to obscene scoring thresholds while bricking and airballing anything other than a layup or a dunk and loafing their overrated asses all over the court on defense. Make no mistake, the 2020s are an unmitigated abomination to the sport of basketball, where 6'2" G-Leaguers have more heart and desire to perform than alleged all-time greats.
That's so
and
true.
second-round draft picks have risen to levels of nearly unequaled historical dominance. An era highlighted by pubescent volatility and entitlement, where the inmates have unquestionably taken over the asylum. And perhaps it is time for us, true admirers of a once great product and sport, to
I wish I was around in the 90s to actually like see this live, like the competition live. Because it just seems like back in the 90s, I don't know, like there's pride in what you do. And now a lot of these NBA players don't really care that much. They're in it for the bag and stuff. But I don't know. Like, this era is so soft. It is so soft. They need to bring back the defense from the 90s. That's what they need to do.
stand united, resolute with one decisive message that we are done with the 2020s. Because, well, that's proper grammar. And as the heinous ass all-time record-setting low viewership numbers can attest to, that is a message that has already been made loud and clear.
Damn, Scap Attack back at it. I feel like Scap Attack is probably some like 45-year-old guy making these videos. Honestly, he probably is. But we done with the 2020s. I feel like you can't say we're done with the 90s because when you look at this age and this era of basketball, it is really not that good. You've got like multiple 30-point per game scorers, which is crazy. You've got people putting triple doubles with ease. People dropping 70 points with ease. I mean, that's crazy. So there's no defense. Until defense comes back, you can't say we're done with the 90s, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, un video más, mi gente, para ver este tiempo. Empecemos. Es que quiero que sea un tiempo que entre mi perfil.